That looks good. Okay. So the goal today is I'm running low on welding gas. I want to use it up so I can get a new bottle before the weekend so I can actually keep working on this. I cut the members that are going underneath here yesterday. I'll clamp them in, weld them up. Then I gotta finish the support out to the end so I can rivet to it. Then I gotta run a couple supports this way so this can actually have something to rest on. Mostly I gotta put a support on the inside on that beam and on this bar beam so I can actually have a board to sit down on so I'm not just having this dead gaps. Let's do it. So first 2 inches, then there to there, and then pretty much the end. Flip around this way, and flip around this way. So I'm going to do the first 2 inches, no matter what. First 2 inches. And then we're going to go, because I'm a simple caveman, flip around some reading from the 0. 5 to 7. And then between that is 5 inches. So 5 inches goes there. And there. They're nice, but like most things nice, you pay for it. So I got the 2-on-12 and then the, I guess, a 2-on-6 stitch on the other side here. I need to switch over my phone, not phone, but switch over my computer before I go too far so I can see what the heck everyone's saying, if anyone's saying anything. There. There. Just barely snug. I want to be able to square this up. So good. Nip it in the middle. So hold here, here, opposite side on the between, and then the end. And that'll give me a beam that's doubled up here, because what's going to happen is roughly, my headache rack is roughly where this clamp is right now. That'll give me full strength to there. I'm only going to have a small piece sticking out, and I'll probably continue that with 1 inch, just so I have a spot for something to rivet to, so the skin doesn't flop around in the wind and vibrate all over the place. So this is going to clamp. I'm going to clamp it right here and weld on the bottom. Okay. There we go. This seems like a good spot. So originally, before deciding to make an alcove, this is going to be a 1x2 deep. So this is going to run members across and insulate it. We have decided since then that we're going to go for, we brought these a little tighter together so we can mount it onto the headache rack, and we put side rails on, and we made it sort of 2x1, we made it two 2x1s of the 1/4 inch caps. So we have 4 1/4 inches of space in there. So now we have support here, 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 and here for a bed. We don't need these ones going this way anymore. And so we have this one here. So I'm going to save some metal-ish in the long run. Probably it's got an Amazon delivery. So this is largely done. I'm going to wait on this end view because this is the pieces that this is going to take some work to do, simply put. But this has to line up with the sides. So finish this. I can tentatively put a check mark there. Did that one already. We did this guy. But once again, we did this guy up to this line here. We haven't gone past this line, so that's where we stopped. I want to do this, like I said, at the very end, so I can then do like fold over dimensions, figure out exactly where it needs to be. So upper folding sides, I need to do 2 of these. I have 144 1/4 inches. That will not be accurate. This is assuming everything is made perfectly right, which I know for a fact it's not. So I'll have to measure each one of these independently, make them, and then build them from there. Now the number 3, which is 27 inches, that should be right. So I have to get these 2 pieces, which are pre-cut, because they're greater than 12 foot. So this should be in the back. I have to dig them out. This is awesome. Actually, I was not expecting to get this far. So I'll make each wall. Then I have to figure out my spacing, which I think it's going to be 3/32 is my 3/32. I'll have to double check. I found the gasket I want to use. The manufacturer says you need to crush it 25% to get sealing. So what I'll do is I have some high accurate shims. I'll clamp the shims in and go from there. If I need more, well, I got the mill, so I'll make some shims. Let's do it. Yep. There. 3/8 of an inch. Okay, 3/8 of an inch. So I can go. I need to go 2 3/8 to the edge of both sides. So what I'm going to do on the other side over here, I'm going to actually draw in that 2 3/8. That's where I plan on being. I'm going to draw the 2 to 2 3/8, both lines, so I get an accurate layout for that. Look down the way here. Go all the way down. You can see the bow, which isn't horrible, not great. I can make up for that in the hinge, so the top will be square. This guy. Maybe 2 inches from the edge. 2 inches from the edge. Between 2 inches and 2 3/8. And that's my minimums, and I don't have my Sharpie with me. So between 2 3/8. So this whole length of this project, kind of somewhere between there. I could do the same thing to the other side. 2 3/8. 2 3/8. So I'm right at my minimum length. I gotta be in that zone to get a seal. So I have overlap of a 1/2 inch. So my plate on the outside will have the same gasket, so it gets pushed into the gasket. So I'll have gasket at the bottom, gasket on top. So this will form a seal around it. The top's not going to have a seal, but the top is going to sit, you can see here, like an L like this. That's the edge of the top, and my plate's going to come up like this, so it'll have a rain gap. I don't want it perfectly sealed. If perfectly sealed, you suffocate and die. This is where we're at. I cut this piece long because, well, it's over half my piece. I was getting 20-foot sticks, 24 foot randoms, and this is over 12 feet long. So I cut this longer than I needed to. So if you look carefully, I have it marked in the exact right spot on the other side. I can land in that zone right there. So I have to cut just a little bit off to line this up right, which is what I wanted. So what I'll do is I'll cut this guy. I'll mark this definitely this now the passenger folding wall, because at this late in the game I have to. I'm not interchangeable parts, man. I can't just make this part fit that side and expect it to actually work. So I gotta cut. I'm gonna cut just right there. If I make it too tight, I'm not gonna be able to get anything really going on, because what happens if for some reason the chassis gets twisted or something like that? I don't want this guy binding, so I want it to actually be loose with large overlaps. The large overlap will let me accommodate for any twisting or weirdness that might happen in the field. I don't know. I doubt there's going to be much twisting on that flatbed. It's really rigid, but if I'm sitting on something weird and the whole truck camper shifts, maybe a degree, do I want this to bind? If I'm really cold temperature, if I'm trying to keep a really tight tolerance, I don't want it to bind. Likewise hot. So I don't know where I'm going to be. So we're about a 1/16 of an inch difference between them, which I am super anything happy with. I'm fine with that. So I'm going to make this then. This is passenger top, passenger bottom. Going this way, going up, going up. Okay, so I'm going to take my 2 sawhorses in the back there, lay them in front, and build it on top of that. So what I need to do now is cut my mid members. Go from there. I'll leave you guys sitting this way looking out. So I think you can, whoa! It's not like, why do you keep on falling? Lean it back then, how about that? There we go. You're out. Straighten you guys out. There you go. So I've got to, do things. Part 3, 27 inches, need to make 5 of them. So, one thing I have here are 5 of these. I don't have any gussets in this because once it's gritted off the skin, I don't think it's going to move at all. And for some reason, I'm going to rivet on and 3M adhesive tape it, so it's going to be super rigid and twisting this way. So I need to make the skeleton today. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Quantity 5, 27. Okay. This is a small piece. Let's see how big this is. Once I have a tape measure. This is 36 and change, so I will use this guy for the first one. I believe it said 27. 27 inches. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then more. Longer than your garage. You might be a redneck. All the way to here. Oh, you fucker. $147 and an eighth. $147 and 3/16. Yeah. Okay, that'll work. Really? No, not like this. There we go. Got the knot out. That's done. Oh boy, I'm out of room. Going under. So this is something super strong. Most people use fabric for this. So this is going to be stronger than fabric. So I'm not too worried about that. Somehow, no twist. Both these strings would naturally meet the center. If it was twisted, this would naturally want to be either like through the string or above the string. They don't. If I move one, then that doesn't move. So, but when they touch, they do move. That is a good sign that everything is not rhombused or potato chipped. So now I got to put a mid member in, So I gotta split the difference, put one in. Split the difference again, put two more in, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna put this sucker on the side of the camper where it's supposed to be, and I'm gonna clamp it in position, and I'm going to put on the piano hinge. Those are windows.
No, what is?
Hold on. I think it has to be plenty tall.